Hello, my lords and ladies, and welcome to another episode of our Chronicles of Drunagor series, where we have painted a lot of miniatures and we still have a lot more to go. So, thank you for being along with us on this journey. First off, I want to say thank you to all my YouTube members. You guys are absolutely amazing. Appreciate you guys and everything that you do. Help supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, you can hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on further COD miniatures, because there is a ton. Hit the thumbs up, share the video, whatever you gotta do. All right, without further ado, pretty easy. Let's go. All right, the first thing you're going to do is scrape off all of those nasty mold lines, and then I spray painted it in white. I used white scarf from Citadel, but you can use whatever you would like, or an airbrush, whatever works. So we're going to do the hands and the face with our Gulliman Flesh, along with the chest and the shoulders, those massive biceps as well. For the fur coat on the back, we're just going to take some straight Garaghak sewer out of the pot and do the front and the back. Mind the undergarment that is on the left shoulder of our hero, but do the rest of the cape as well. For our pants, we are going to do some Leviadon Blue, and you'll notice that we use a lot of contrast paints because this does speed up the process considerably, because we have a ton of miniatures to paint from the Chronicles of Drunagor series. For that little undergarment on the left shoulder and then the tops of the furs on the boots, we're going to be doing a little bit of skeleton horde. For the wraps on the arms, not the small one on the right arm, we're going to be doing some Celestium Blue. For a vast majority of that belt, we're going to be using some Ratling Grime, and we're also going to use it around the strap on the chest as well. Also, do not forget the boots. For that tiny strap and the boomerang, we're going to be using some Snakebite Leather. And finally, for our glaciers that our hero is standing on, the amulet holding the cloak together, and then the belt in the front amulet, and then on the side amulet, we're going to be using some Frostheart. And we have no washes that we're going to be using. So we're going to go straight into the highlight phase here in a second. All right, well, starting off with our skin to smooth it all out, we're going to be going over with some Cadian Fleshtone. So this is going to be all of our raised areas. We want to leave some of those ab muscles. Do not getting anything into the recesses. We're just kind of highlighting on it. You know, and the hard part about these miniatures is that when you go from something like a Citadel or Games Workshop miniature to the COD miniatures, you notice obviously the big difference, as I believe that Games Workshop has the best miniatures in the game. So these are a little bit lower quality, but still good, but they don't turn out as well as a Games Workshop miniature. After you're satisfied with your Cadian Fleshtone, we're going to use some Kislev Flesh. Again, we're going to go over all of those same areas, just brightening it up a little bit. For the face, just work on the bridge of the nose, the lips, cheekbones, and the top of the forehead. Obviously, the baldness is going to be shiny as well, so make sure you get that as well. For that cape, we're just going to do a quick little dry brush of Baneblade Brown. You can use a different brown if you would like, or you can individually highlight each of those strands, but I'm just going to do something very simple with a dry brush. Now we can't forget about his eyebrows, and I'm using some Cygor Brown. For the eyes, I don't do it on camera because I just can't see well enough to do it on camera. It's just going to be some white and then put some black dots in there. Pretty simple. Just take your time on them. All right, for highlighting up the pants, all we're going to be doing is some Altdorf Guard Blue on those raised areas, not getting anything into the recesses. This will smooth out that contrast paint that can kind of pool at times, so just take your time on those and don't get anything into the recesses. All right, for our amulets, the two on the belt and the one on the chest, along with all of our glacier areas, we're going to be doing some blue horror. For the glacier areas, all we're doing is the straight edges and just highlighting those up a little bit to give it some more bluish white look. If you want to take a little bit further on those areas that you highlight up on the glaciers, you can do some white as well, but I think the blue horror suffices and looks just fine. For our boomerang, we're just going to do a quick little bit of Skrag Brown on there. Pretty simple. For that right little strap on the bicep, we're going to use some Hobgrot Hide just to brighten up. Again, not into the recesses, just the raised areas. And then the last part before we do the rim of the base. I forgot to do the buckle that is on the strap. So knock that out real quick with some silver. I'm using lead Belcher. And finally, your favorite part of painting the miniature, because it means you're done, is the rim of the base. And I am doing mine in Abaddon Black. Now, if you want to keep it, you could keep it blue, but it's up to you. But that's it. That's all she wrote. Pretty simple. Nothing too crazy. Very just normal. We didn't go crazy on it, but it looks just good enough to get on the table. Some would consider this battle ready, and I would agree with them, because these miniatures are real hard to make real nice, like a Games Workshop miniature. Just the quality of the miniature is not all there, in my opinion. You could spend 10 hours on this miniature really diving into it. I just don't think there's enough detail to really make it look the way you want to. But again, it's just fine. It works just fine. It gets you on the table. Looks better as you're gaming with your friends or your family. But yeah. So again, I want to say thank you to all my YouTube members. You guys are absolutely amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for all that you do. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, share the video, repost it, whatever you got to do. All right, I love you all, and I will see you on the next one. We will have some more COD miniatures coming up here pretty quick. All right, paint on.